You're heading out, 2 hours of battery, one handheld to take with you. So, which one delivers the better gaming experience? The Steam Deck OLED or the MSI Claw 8AI Plus? It sounds simple, but the answer isn't just about raw power. Our viewer asked me to test both in a real-world scenario, same game, same settings, and a 2-hour battery window. And the twist? Each runs at its native resolution. This is a battle of design, efficiency, and screen tech. Let's get into it. Let's start with the hardware. The MSI Claw has an 80 Wh battery powering a high-resolution 1920 by 1200 LCD with over 2.3 million pixels. The Steam Deck OLED runs a smaller 50 Wh battery but with a lower 1280 by 800 OLED panel with only 1 million pixels. For the Steam Deck, I set a 15 watt TDP using the Steam Deck preset and AMD's FSR 2.1 at performance mode, keeping the total draw near 25 watts. On the MSI Claw, I used the same preset but swapped in Intel's XeSS 2.0 on performance mode and bumped the TDP to 27 watts, targeting a 40 watt total system power budget. Both devices are running identical in-game settings. The only difference is screen resolution and calibrated power draw. Here's the side-by-side gameplay, and things get interesting fast. The Steam Deck's 800p image looks great, clean and cinematic, but MSI Claw's 1200p resolution brings sharper textures and finer detail. The graphical settings are identical, but the Claw's extra pixel density gives it a crisp edge. So, how does that impact performance? Across multiple test runs, the Steam Deck averaged 45 frames per second. The MSI Claw came in slightly higher at 50 FPS, even while pushing more than twice the pixel count. But here's what really matters. Both devices had nearly identical 1% lows, hovering around 35 FPS. That means frame pacing and smoothness were equally solid. So, while the Claw technically outperforms the Deck, in actual gameplay, the difference is barely noticeable. Both feel smooth and stable. But performance isn't everything. Let's talk about screens. This is where the Steam Deck OLED really shines. Its panel delivers true blacks and vivid contrast, making every scene feel deeper and more immersive. The Claw's LCD screen is sharp and bright thanks to its 1200p resolution, but it can't match the color richness or contrast depth of OLED. So here's the real trade-off: sharpness versus richness. And depending on what matters to you, the winner could go either way. So let's break down the final verdict. On paper, the MSI Claw takes a narrow performance victory, consistently delivering about 5 more frames per second than the Steam Deck. However, with both devices providing incredibly stable frame times and excellent 1% lows, that small advantage is barely perceptible during actual gameplay. The real difference and the choice you have to make as a buyer isn't about that 5 FPS. It's about the screens. It's a classic battle of display technology. Do you prefer the stunning color and deep contrast of Steam Deck's OLED at 800p or the razor-sharp clarity of the MSI Claw's 1200p LCD? That's what truly defines the experience, and only you can decide which matters more. If you found this kind of analysis helpful, please consider subscribing. It really helps support the channel and lets me keep making more videos like this. So, what matters more to you? OLED brilliance or high-res clarity? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.